guys, Harry here from techmediafusion.com. Thank you very much for joining me today on this beautiful, glorious day. It's absolutely glorious outside, real belting sunshine. The last video I made was SEO versus content, and I said in that video that I would be making a series of videos where I was going through and talking through some of the experiences that I've had to go through in terms of moving away from Tech Planet 30 to Tech Media Fusion, and the success that I've had in the very short period of time that Tech Media Fusion has been live. A lot of people have asked me, why I moved away from Tech Planet 30, all those types of questions, and so I thought that I would consolidate all of that into these videos. Before I do that, I said on the last video, and I'll say it again in this one, Tech Media Fusion is nowhere near in the category of being called a successful website. It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near Techno Buffalo or Dave DeFranco, his site and stuff like that. It's nowhere near those types of levels of success. However, in the short period of time that it has been up and live, it has generated a remarkable amount of success in my eyes. Certainly it's exceeded my expectations. I never thought that I would get to where Tech Media Fusion is and the traffic that it's generating at the minute in such a short period of time, and the mistakes that I started realizing that I made with Tech Planet 30 as well. So all these different experiences, I've combined them up and have set them out and put them in a series of videos. So let's get started. So the video, this particular video is aimed at people who are thinking of starting up a blog. They don't know really where to go with it, and so this is really for first timers who don't have a blog already and is looking to get into that type of thing. So one of the first things I would say is, well, first of all, what's the difference between a blog and a website? In my eyes, there's not that much of a difference anymore with the all the different content management systems that are out there, like Wordpress and Drupal and Movable Type and Squarespace and Google's own blogger for blogs. The lines are very blurred now. There doesn't really appear to be that much difference. Although somebody, way deep down in the core of these platforms, I'm sure there's big differences, and maybe somebody will be able to come on and highlight exactly what the differences are. But on the outside, as you're looking in, there's not really that much of a difference. However, it is very, very crucial that you make sure that you pick the right platform, like Squarespace or WordPress. Now, when I went with Tech Planet 30, I chose Squarespace. Squarespace was and still is incredibly easy whenever you go to set up your blog. They have a great system over there, very, very simple. You can be up and running within 5 or 10 minutes whatsoever of starting up a website ever. The only downside for me with Squarespace, and I found this out later, as a beginner, in terms of search engine optimization and all those types of things, it wasn't really geared for that. Now, search engine optimization is all about you knowing how to write good titles, subtitles, content, and keywords and tags and all the rest of it. However, there are, and so bearing that in mind, you should be able to implement that into any platform that you use for blogging or website. However, as a beginner, there are other platforms that have got all sorts of tools and stuff like that in place that will help you, generate all those types of tips and advice for you, for people that have no idea about SEO. And so it helps you just move that little bit forward a little bit faster. And that was one of the reasons I moved away from Squarespace, because I knew nothing about SEO at the time. And WordPress, for me, with all the plugins that were available, was a much better option for me to kick off with and to start learning properly about SEO. So it's important that you research whether you're going to use WordPress or Squarespace or the hundreds of other different. Drupal is another great one. There's lots and lots and lots of them out there that you can use. You need to research, find out what, say like, go and find your favorite website or your blog, find out what they're using, and maybe send them an email, a polite email asking them why they chose that particular platform, like WordPress over Squarespace or whatever it may be. The next thing that is quite important whenever you're starting out is coming up with a name for your website. Now, only you know what you're going to do with your website, whether it's just going to be a fun thing, or whether you think that maybe 6 months down the line you're going to turn it into a business, or maybe a year down the line when you know your site has become relatively successful, you're going to start approaching companies to advertise on there. If you've got like a real goofy name like imadickhead.com or something like that, an investor or a company isn't really going to want to advertise their product on your site. Really not, you know, these are all things that they will certainly take into consideration. Tech Planet 30 never really used to sit well with me, although at the time I rushed into picking the name, and it was, out of all the names I chose, it was one of the only ones that was available out of that list. The year that I had off, I spent lots and lots of times writing down names, changing them about and all the rest of it. And when I came up with Tech Media Fusion, it just kind of like clicked for me, and I found it was available as a .com, and it was available in other .co.uk, .org, .net, .tv, all these things as well. That's another thing as well. So it's not really that easy picking a name, because you've got to make sure as a domain it's available as well in whatever you want. However, it's not just that simple either. If you go there, say you wanted to pick imadickhead.com, and you go there and the .com one is already taken up, but .co.uk, imadickhead.co.uk is available, or .tv or .net, you still need to be wary about taking those domains, because if the .com, if imadickhead.com is incredibly successful, doing really, really well, then it's not going to benefit you by going with imadickhead.net, because the viewers that the .com one is getting, they're going to know that. You're only going to get people that are accidentally putting in .net or .org or something like that. So it wouldn't really benefit you from going with picking a name, and if the .com one is taken, then just looking down and going with the .co.uk or something like that. Not unless you know that the site isn't particularly good. So these are all factors that you need to take into consideration. So just to summarize, you need to research the platform that you're going to put your blog on, WordPress, Squarespace, Drupal, all those types of things. Then you need to sit down and seriously think about the name that you're going to put in there. That's it for this video. The next videos that I'll be doing will be aimed towards backlinks, keyword research, the colors of your website, lots and lots of different information that I've logged down, and I'm going to be putting in these tutorials. So thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget, comment and rate and subscribe if you've found this video interesting and beneficial to you as well. Also guys, as well, I've just recently signed up to Pinterest, so if you want, I'll leave a link down below and you can go across. I've put loads of different images up there as well, tech images and just personal ones as well. So if you want, you can go across there and take a little look as well. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus as well. Go across to Tech Media Fusion. All the links are over there as well to all the different social networking sites that I belong to. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks very much. Bye.